Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier, top 4 to the main event on the pole. From Clovis, California, number 81E, Lewis Foster. Starting second from Salinas, California, 30Z, Bronson Bauman. In the third starting spot from Sherwood, Oregon, 16M, Austin Helmholtz. In the fourth starting spot from Los Angeles, California, 27E, Joe Roberts. From Salinas, California, the 11Z, Andrew Luker. And last rider on the front row from Cincinnati, Ohio, 34F, Andrew Butler. Row number 2, 21L, Cole Anderson, 84E, Colt Foster, 24F, JR Addison, 21Z, Kyle Jones, 99Y, Ryan Kearns, 95Z, Austin Skaggs. Let's go back to row number 3, 63M, Dan Lowther, 70Y, Chris Kobari, 93Z, Bo Thompson, 58Y, Robert Bacosa, the 11L, Connor Anderson, and the 28C, that is Tyler Porter. Those are the riders scheduled for Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier, 1st through 4th. Go to the main. Everybody else is done for the 2014 season, and they will be spectators just like you and me up here in the grandstands shortly. The Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier is scheduled for 8 laps. After this one will be our expert dash for cash, ladies and gentlemen. Our pole setter can pick outside or inside. Everybody else has to follow suit in our Last Chance Qualifier, also in our heat races. When they come main event time, you get your pick on the line. So the inside pole setter, Lewis Foster, takes the inside. That leaves Andrew Butler to be on the outside. He was scheduled to be the 6th rider. 4 riders on the front row from California, Foster, Bauman, Joe Roberts, and Andrew Luker, all from California, trying to make it into their main event here. Out of this Last Chance Qualifier, they got to do it the hard way. One rider is a scratch. That's the 11L of Connor Anderson. Just definitely wasn't his weekend. It is time to go. Trying to get him in the right spot back there in row number 2, scooting him over. Supposed to be from the inside out. They're pulling him up, staging him up, ready to go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier, top 4 to the main event. After this will be our expert dash for cash. 2 semifinals. Matt says, watch the light. 8 laps the distance. The Christmas tree is on red. First yellow is on. Second yellow. And now we are green. The clutches come out. Riders from the middle of the pack and actually near the outside take over the lead. The all-white leathers, that's Andrew Luker, has the lead. The 11Z from Salinas, California. He'll lead them off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 16 hungry riders behind him, chasing him down the back chute. It's Andrew Luker's 2nd ever pro race, leads him into turn number 3. Look how deep he dives into turn number 3. Luker with about a 2 bike length advantage. Everybody else chasing him off of turn number 4. Here they come back at us. Top 4 to the main event, Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier. It's Luker out front. Seconds to 81. A little bit of a braking bump right as they cross the start-finish line. So it's Luker out front, Lewis Foster in 2nd. Joe Roberts is right there in the 3rd spot. Andrew Butler is in 4th. Bronson Bauman's in the 5th spot. Remember, he had to go to the back in his heat race. He's in 5th. He's looking for some more. He's got 4th away. Bauman up the inside. Now he's looking for 3rd, actually. And now he's back to 4th. Now back to 5th. It's a good battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Here they come up at turn number 4. It's Andrew Luker right now in the lead. The all-white leathers. He's easy to find. 2nd spot, the 81E, Lewis Foster. Andrew Butler's there in the 3rd spot. Bronson Bauman, now they're 3, now 4 wide for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. A new rider comes up the inside, takes over. 2nd place rider slips up just a little bit. That gives Luker a little bit of an advantage down the backside. I believe still in 2nd is Lewis Foster. Don't know much about this rider. He comes from Clovis, California. He's on the Southland Racing Foster Brothers Racing entry. He's in 2nd right now. Now Bauman's coming to the front in a hurry. So it's Andrew Luker off of turn number 4 out front. 2nd is the 81E of Lewis Foster. Now 3 riders. Here comes another rider coming towards the front in a hurry. It's JR Addison. He's been having a tough night. He went down in practice, actually broke the face shield off of his motorcycle. Luker slips off of turn number 2. Here comes 2nd and 3rd place looking for the lead. Bronson Bauman goes up the inside, takes 2nd spot away. Now he sets his sights on the leader. It's Andrew Luker, Bronson Bauman, both riders from Salinas, California. Here they come back at us off of turn number 4. It's Luker, Bronson Bauman. The 81 still in 3rd. J.R. Addison now in the 4th spot. He goes to the bottom of the race. Oh, we lose the 3rd place rider. Another rider goes down around him. Red flags coming out. 2 riders down in turn number. 2 riders going down. It was one of our riders battling for the lead. The 81E, I believe, that's Lewis Foster going down.
And Scotty, can I point out, Kevin Clark is in a dead run down to turn number 4, trying to get everyone's attention here.
Well, he's going to try to put him in the hot box and keep him away from turn number 1 and 2
right,
so we can send our attention down there. There goes Steve Moorhead, the Finley Flyer, on his Kimco scooter, trying to set the track record.
Yeah, he's got that. That is actually a cool scooter, Scotty. That's a Kimco Agility 125. It's a 50cc size scooter with a 125cc motor. The thing will run about 64 miles an hour. It's just an amazing little scooter.
Absolutely, and Moorhead's going over there to check out everything over there in turn number 1 and 2. So the 81E, I believe, is one of the riders that went down, as it looked like J.R. Addison had made the move up the inside. And they all kind of got pushed up the racetrack, and it looked like the 81E from where I was at looks like he lost. I'm not sure who else went down over there. And they're down there checking out the air fence right now, making sure it's okay. The second rider was the deeper in the field, had absolutely nowhere to go.
Hey, Scotty, I'd like
sir.
to take a minute and remind some folks of some news that we got today that's just very cool. RPM, they're the promoters of the Super Prestigio dirt track in Barcelona. They will be inviting, it's going to happen again in 2015, they will be inviting the 2014 champion that will be crowned here tonight and welcoming back the 2013 champ, Brad the Bullet Baker, to the short track at Palau Sant Jordi over at Olympic Stadium in Spain. A field of 40 riders, half from off-road and dirt track backgrounds, and the other half from Grand Prix MotoGP racing, will battle through more than 30 heats and semis, and the top 4 dirt trackers and the top 4 road racers will battle it out in the super final. RPM has already signed reigning MotoGP world champ Marc Marquez and the leaders of Moto2 and Moto3 classes, so we were really looking forward to a true race of champion on December 13th in Spain. You might keep an eye out on AMA Pro Racing's website and certainly all over the internet, because I have a feeling they'll be live streaming that event, and you too will be able to watch some great dirt track with Marc Marquez and the others from Spain. Scotty, it's back to you.
Sounds good. Just a moment ago, the 81E went across the start-finish line. He's back there in the hot box. There's our second rider that went down. I don't know. I think that might be the 34F, possibly, of Andrew Butler. That is Butler who went down. He was up there near a transfer spot. So those were riders running near the front of this pack. They will have just a few moments to work on their motorcycles. Nobody else is allowed to work on their bikes right now. That's a fairly new rule, so they're all supposed to go to the hot box. And if you work on your motorcycle, you go to the tail end of the field. We're going to have possibly going to have a staggered start. So we're going to have, I believe they're going to set up, they're going to do our first staggered restart of the night. So it looks like the pole setters picked the inside. 4 laps are complete, 4 laps to go. So we're going to have a 4-lap, basically a 4-lap dash for the top 4 spots. So we'll take the top 4 out of this one. It was Andrew Luker had the lead, and right there near the end of that one before the wreck, it looked like everybody had caught up to him. It looked like Luker had problems off of turn number 2. Bronson Bauman's on the charge. That's Brombo back on the 30Z. Remember, he has to do it the long way because he jumped the start in his heat race. Lewis Foster was up there in the 3rd spot before he went down. The 81E, like I said, not too familiar with him, and definitely a California rider. J.R. Addison has worked his way towards the front on the 24F. He had the 9th starting spot. He's worked his way up to a 4th spot. Andrew Butler was right there in 5th before the accident. Joe Roberts, a road racer, he's up there in the 6th spot. Dan Lowther was in 7th. Ryan Kearns was in 8th. Austin Helmholtz 9th. Cole Anderson 10th. Austin Skaggs, Colt Foster, Chris Kobari, Bo Thompson, Kyle Jones, Robert Bacosa, and Tyler Porter round out your field.
Hey, partner, just want to take a minute out there on Twitter and on Facebook. They're giving me a hard time because I did not introduce the young ladies from the Harley-Davidson Motor Company.
Because they were late.
They were late, and I didn't say, I didn't go there with anybody.
I did.
I didn't go there, but you did.
I got your back.
I understand. You're on them right now. So I'm going to officially do that. Natalie, who was with us here, I believe, last year at Pomona, and Sturgis, and at Indy, she was there to help me get the new Harley-Davidson that I rode here from Daytona. And this lovely young lady is Christina. I knew that already. I was ready. So Christina and Natalie, thank you both. Thank you for all that you do. Yeah, you got fans too. And the fun thing about these ladies from the Harley-Davidson Motor Company who come to every round is not only are they exceptionally beautiful, but They are genuine good people, and we are thankful for the Harley-Davidson Motor Company, and I might add Umbrella Girls USA for being such a big part in arranging this. So thank you guys, ladies, thank you so much, and I hope I'm out of trouble on Twitter.
We got the staggered restart for the first time, ladies and gentlemen. The reason for the staggered start, we used to start them all in a straight line, but if the rider in front of you doesn't get going or the rider in front of him doesn't get going, they tended to run over each other, and so the purpose of the staggered restart is so that anybody that doesn't get rolling in front of you, you can have an opportunity to go around that particular rider. So Andrew Luker in his second ever pro race has the point right now. He's in the hot spot. He's looking for a win. There he is, waving to his fans. It's Andrew Luker on the 11Z. There's Bronson Bauman, my buddy back there in the second spot. He's had to come the long way. Didn't want to go to this last chance qualifier, but he jumped the start in his heat race. He's working his way through the field up to the second spot. Right behind him is J.R. Addison, who is our Virginia Mega Mile winner. He's in the third position. Behind him, trying to figure out who that is. It might be Rodney Spencer. I can't. No, Rodney's not in there. I can't see the number on that rider back there in the fourth spot. Looks like possibly the 23. No, the 27. That's gonna be Joe Roberts back there in fourth now, I believe. So we're looking for the top 4 finishers, ladies and gentlemen. 4 of these riders will go to the main. After this one will be our Dash for Cash. They're just about ready to go. They said they've given the thumbs up. They're talking things over. 2 riders that went down will have to go to the tail of the field. Looks like they're waiting for their starting pick on the line, on their particular line. They'll get them staged up and turn them loose in just a second. Also, a shout out to the National number 65, Corey Texter, is my co-host on the Flat Track Weekly radio show. Corey's listening in at home. He's doing fantastic stories in Cycle World magazine. Catch him out online, catch him on Twitter. Corey Texter listening in back home. Just about ready to go. Track is there. Track's ready to go. We're making sure all these riders are in the exact starting spot. Looks like they're getting ready to turn loose. They'll fire them up shortly. Again, 4 laps down, 4 laps to go, and the top 4 will go to the main event here at the Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier. Don't forget the expert Dash for Cash is up next. The fastest 6 riders out of the heat races, actually first and second out of each of the first 3 heats, will be in that Dash for Cash. That will be our next race. They just said, let's fire them up. Let's go racing. All right, we're going to fire them up, ladies and gentlemen. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Andrew Luker on the point. Second ever pro race. His first one was 2 weeks ago at the Calistoga half mile. Missed the main by about 1 or 2 spots. He's got all the pressure right now. One rider trying to kick his bike started. That's the 84, I believe, 84E of Colt Foster. Got his bike fired up right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A whole slew of Hondas and 1 Yamaha. The 34F of Andrew Butler on a Yamaha. Everybody else on Hondas. Restart time. Light is green and they're off. Luker leads them into turn number 1. Second is Bronson Bauman. Third is J.R. Addison. He's got company on his right shoulder. Luker gets a good start. He'll take him off for turn number 2. Bronson Bauman, he gets a drive. Both of them from Salinas, California. Here comes the 3rd place rider putting his head down. It's Andrew Luker. Bronson Bauman 1 and 2. Now here comes the 5th place rider. He goes around the outside, 5th, trying to get up there in a hurry. He knows laps are winding down. It's a good short break for some of these riders. They're going to take full advantage of it. Off of 4, here's Luker and Bronson Bauman. Down the front straightaway. Bauman tries to pull wide. Bauman's looking at the inside. Luker shuts the door. It's Andrew Luker at the point. Back in second is Bronson Bauman. Brombo back there in the 2 spot. Joe Roberts was shown in third. J.R. Addison. Dan Lowther seems to be the man on the move. The 63M. Dan Lowther was diving in the corners deep just a few moments ago. Let's go back up front. Andrew Luker, the all-white leathers. He makes a bobble going into 3. Bronson Bauman goes around the outside. New leader off of turn number 4. It's the 30Z, Bronson Bauman. Luker still in the 2nd spot. 3rd is J.R. Addison. Remember, only 4 of these riders keep racing after this one. Everybody else is done for the rest of the year, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Bauman by about 5 bike lengths coming off of 2 down the back straightaway. Luker still in 2nd. 3rd is J.R. Addison. 4th is where the best battle is going to be shortly. New rider coming up the inside. Here comes Dan Lowther, the 63M, dives in deep, and he'll lead, or he'll be in the 4th spot, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go around the Pomona half mile. Bronson Bauman, Andrew Luker, J.R. Addison. Good battle for 4th. Right now, fourth is Ryan Kearns. He came out of nowhere, takes that fourth spot away. Only 4 of these riders keep on racing, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Right now, it's Bronson Bauman at the point. He's by himself. Second is Luker. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're coming off the corner. Here they come to the checkered flag. We got room for 4 of them, ladies and gentlemen. They start fanning out. Here they come to the line. And that is it for your last chance qualifier. Watching Andrew Butler over there. He's stepped off the motorcycle on the inside of the front straightaway. Said his shoulder might be out of socket over there, trying to take care of him. Your winner, the 30Z, Bronson Bauman. Second will be the 11Z. That is Andrew Butler. 24F, J.R. Addison gets a spot. And Ryan Kearns takes the 99Y, puts himself into the main event on the Honda. So we got 4 Hondas transferring. That's your top 4. 5th was Dan Lowther. 6th is Cole Anderson. 7th is Joe Roberts. Austin Skaggs 8th. Chris Kobari 9th. Austin Helmholtz will get 10th. Kyle Jones will be 11th. Colt Foster 12th. Bo Thompson, Robert Bacosa, Tyler Porter, Lewis Foster, Andrew Butler, and Connor Anderson is how we finish up in our Pro Singles Last Chance Qualifier. Up next will be our expert Dash for Cash.
Bring it, Bronson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's one of your own. He's from Salinas, California, one of our fast hot shoes here out of the West Coast. He's having a solid year. He's 4th in points. Best finish of the year came at the Peoria TT at Peoria Race Park. Hello, Defin. All the guys are here from Peoria. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it. He's put himself in the main. He's going to be deep on that 3rd row, but give it up for Bronson Bauman. Bronson, great job, man. I know that's not the way you want to do it, but you've done it, and congratulations.
Here's a little twist, Barry. I actually wanted to do it.
Well, all right. Tell us more.
I'm running for the points lead for the Sunoco Go the distance and wanted it, so kind of threw something together, but can't let out all my secrets. But yeah, it was a really fun race. Got a decent start on the first start and came from the back once again and got up into second, had to restart. So got another good start, stayed in second, which is always good, and rode around and finally made my move, and I pulled away a little bit.
It was a real thinking rider's race, no doubt about it. You guys had to be strategizing all the way. The guys gave you a great piece to ride here tonight, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. The track is 10 times better than what it was out in practice. I mean, out in practice, I was really scared out there and went out for my heat race, and it was totally different, so it was really awesome, and the track was amazing, so that's really cool.
You want to thank some folks?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I got to thank Rod Lake Racing, RGR, Hot Shot Motorsports, Hart Racing, Sunoco, my mom and dad, my little buddy Brody, who got scared coming up on the podium, but he's a great kid, and everyone else who's behind me, Gene and Gail Cummings. There's so many, Rye, Fly Racing. It's just amazing. Thank you, everyone, and hopefully we'll be up here for the main event.
Okay, so here's the thing. The Sunoco Go the Distance Award is going to pay big cash to the rider who completes the most laps of the season. That was a pretty smart move, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for this fast, fine young man from Salinas, California, Bronson Bauman. Great job.